Hey there, this is Peacekeeperalex and the Psychic Wargamers. This is going to be the Psychic Wargamers Total War 3 Kingdoms Yellow Turban Rebellion campaign. Let's play number 55. This is also going to be the Psychic Wargamers stream number 65. We're going to carry on where we left off last time. And as you can see, we are on the approach to the north, to finally overtaking the Kingdom of Song, in which we've been at war with here for probably the past 30 or 40 episodes. So we've been battling this nation, Huang Shao, the leader of which has been defending quite well, and we finally broken through Ying Chuan, and we're in Henei. So we can see here, Taishan, we're emerging 4 armies.
Remain poised.
My aim is
To the south, Yangzhou, we're approaching Cao Cao territory. We have broken through there as well, captured Yangzhou farmland. And then our ally captured Yangzhou livestock farm, which we're actually probably going to go into mediation here to see if we can propose some sort of deal, but it doesn't look like anything's there. Treaty's not available as your current faction rank is too low. Why is my faction rank too low? That is not good. It's a bit of a breakup in that. You can see there that territory. It's a bit upsetting in that little territory there, but maybe not. Maybe it's be like a Syracuse or something that's just, you know, really protected and cherished. Or cherished. You don't know why, because that's how you went with it.
embrace impulse.
We can also see here. Alright, so we are going to march, sending 3 armies over to the river, Yellow River, Lu Yu, and we can also see an army of Gongsun Du, as well as 2 armies. And of course, we have an army of Kingdom of Song, so we got 4 armies here, hostile armies, and maybe we want to heal up some more.
Lift the peasants.
We'll go over here and just camp out, and there is more armies, Kingdom of Song armies. We've got 3 armies here standing guard in the north, and there is 3 armies of Kingdom of Song. An army of Gongdu, 2 armies Gongdu. No, not Gongdu. Gongsun Du. My bad. And there's also 1 army Lu Yu. So if they decide to attack, and of course there's another one, Gongsun Zan, but he is not at war. So we are actually at peace with him. And Henai, we are going to be marching on right now. Are we already salting that?
For China. All things in time.
Attack!
I don't know. So we're still doing siege equipment. So we got to end turn before we can take Henai. Kingdom of the Song approaching from the west. And we still are moving south to Wudu Copper Mine as well. See a small army just moving over to Cao Cao territory to take that. And I think we're going to have to end it here because we don't have... We're going to have to end turn anyhow. Wang done. We can give our officers some upgrades. And I think what I'm going to do here... Diligence, yeah, plus 8 expertise, plus 8 melee evasion for melee infantry on retinue, plus 25 bonus experience for units per season faction-wide. Only if this character is a Lord of Virtue or faction leader. We want to have that on one of our leaders. If we ever upgrade He-Man, Guada, Huang Shao, and there's also... I think it's Guada who is. Where's our court? Jiaizhou, Bianjun, Xiao, Hangxian, He-Man, and Huang Shao. They are definitely in those positions. So if they get that trait, we would definitely get the bonus per season. We're gonna end turn soon. King Tai, the fortune teller. Does have some archers. We're going to hit focus, plus 5 resolve, plus 3 cunning, plus 2 enlightenment, plus 8% ranged armor piercing damage, plus 10% ranged damage, plus 3% income from industry. Breathe out and into your target, allowing distractions to fall away. We can give him a fall? No, we cannot. So we're not going to do that. Lang Zadao. We're going to give... I think we're going to give this a 2 as well. Lang Zadao does have some archers. So we're going to hit focus, plus 5 resolve, plus 3 cunning, plus 2 enlightenment, plus 8%. So yeah, it's the same thing as last time we just read. We can equip some stuff here. We have seismograph, discourse of the state. One of our generals had perished. I think he had held this in a certain manner, so this one's a big one. Discourse of the States, plus 6 authority, plus 6 satisfaction, minus 5% corruption, and the way Lao Tzu. War does not concern itself with battle alone. The council chamber can be just as much the battlefield, and words its weapon. You don't know why, because somebody does this every once in a while, and this is how you said it. That's why they're going really nice right now, Alex, because they screwed up. Did they screw up? You guys keep trying to say that to have it have happened, though. Sorry about that. I am a psychic medium. I am in conversation with the spirit at times. And sometimes there is open channeling that happens. I think we're going with the Wei Lao Tzu. Wei Lao Tzu. And we can actually give, like, something to Guada. No followers for Guada. We need to change that. Pingai. Suji. Xiao. I will give him the discourses of the state, of the states. Read the words of the great and good who walked the world before you and learn something of its ways. Equipped. And of course Wang Dan. Accessories, there we go. Beyond Jun, we can give the seismograph. Plus 10 resolve, minus 10% construction cost, plus 10 satisfaction. So we'll equip. So we are done there. And we got 2 more generals to upgrade. Song Ting Yu, the singer and healer. Charisma, plus 2 enlightenment, plus 2 public order, plus 8 unit morale, plus 5 instinct, plus 3 resolve. And nothing else to give her. And Zhu Mengyang, as well as, again, the farmer scholar. And we can give condemn or preach. Those are good ones. Except I like defiance, plus 3 resolve, plus 5 instinct, plus 2 enlightenment, plus 10% armor. And plus 6 military supplies in enemy territory. Okay, so we'll end turn on that. We got a couple other ones we can upgrade. Got some cities we can upgrade. Scholar's Lodge, we'll upgrade to a Scholar's Lodge. I'm going to upgrade from Communal Grain Silo. More? Well, we already got enough food. Research rate, I think. Plus 15 enlightenment, plus 22% research rate, plus 4 public order. Go there. Shangyong. We'll do large city. Upgrade to a large city. And it seems to be all here. We're going to end turn. Kingdom of Song is suing for peace. We're going to reject.
You expect too much.
And he does attack. And he attacks on the river. We have 4 armies there. 2,069 and 6,065 reinforcing. So about 8,000 men taking on 2,733 and 2,623. It's about 8,000 taking on 5,000. Looks like we have the muster to strength. Start battle. Battle of Taishan, regional city. So Yan Liang and Yuan Shao himself attacking He forces Zhu Di, Qi Yuan Chang, Yu Yan, and Qiang Wei. We're gonna have a lot of generals here to group up. We're gonna have like 6 or 9 generals by the end of it. Six archers. Men of the Force, that light bow infantry. And then we also got 4 units, Righteous Vanguards. Got some heavy cav. Heavy spear calves. So we're not grouping that. We also have 6 Yellow Turban Warrior units. Light sword. Well, it's more like medium sword. Kind of seems more like medium sword to me, but light sword it does say. Medium spear infantry for Yellow Turban Spearmen. Another 2 units.
At last, our reinforcements are arriving.
More horsemen on the way. We have quite a lot of grouping of horsemen here. So we got 14 units of horsemen. A lot to do. So White Wave horsemen, 2 units apiece, and Righteous Vanguards, but there's already those 4 units beforehand. Then we have 4 units of Yellow Turban horsemen, and another 2 Righteous Vanguards, making it 8 units Righteous Vanguard in total. 4 units Yellow Turban, the White Wave horsemen following up. Except some of them don't have full health, so that is a difference maker. Yeah, you can see that. Still, quite a few to work with. And then we got some more Yellow Turban Warriors and just a couple units archers. Another 6 units Yellow Turban Warriors. And then another 2 units Holy Arrow Archers. Oh boy, but of course some of the deployment came from the north, so that is a bit of a... one retinue. One retinue came from that north area. And they're trying to make their way across, trying to beat the enemy before the enemy crosses the field. And the enemy's trying to actually attack them beforehand. Just move out of this forested area first. It looks like the enemy's also trying to go that way as well. Either way. We got 6 generals on the field, and we do need to hit that. Yeah, we do have one. Knowledge of the Body buff, where if we can group the generals together, where we're going to hit that buff, and they're going to get healed, and then we're saved. Gonna move up the Yellow Turban Warriors in this clearing. Seems like a good ambush spot, that's for certain. Put some horsemen on the left flank. Of course, we got our horsemen on the right flank. And we follow up with the archers.
Skill is showing. You belittle yourself with your words.
So we have our generals grouped up. The one that's not here, Yu Yan, is actually fairly full health, so we're just gonna hit it. And we're gonna watch them heal up. Health for the generals. So we can send all 5 of these. And the enemy wasn't able to catch up to the right flank reinforcements retinue coming way across the field. They are beating the enemy there, and the enemy was not able to trap them. Right off on this right side of this battlefield, you can see them traversing and grouping, getting to that area soon. Horsemen are already almost there on that right flank. And this right flank packs a punch. It really does. We have, let's see here, 6 horseman units, fairly well health, and then we have another 5 generals. So yeah, it's gonna pack a punch. You can still see more reinforcement deployment zone icons because we still have more army if we do start losing. And the balance of power is in the enemy's favor, considering he has the 5,000 men on the field already. So 5,366 against 3,398. And 2 retinues from behind. So we're gonna get 1 retinue from behind if we start losing forces to a certain degree. But also in the other one to the north, we have 2 retinues waiting there, and I don't know if I'm too hopeful that there's going to be a lot of horsemen in the mix to be able to catch up that quickly. So that's why they say this.
Forget dignity, be decisive.
If we forget dignity, we are as savage as the enemy.
It's the enemy coming into view here. They got a large amount of troops to deal with here. Look on the right flank, Jitsu veterans, 2 units of spearmen. They got mounted lancer militia, some axemen, martial guardians, defenders of Hebei, the heavy halberds, and then they got 3 cav units as well. In the center, you can see multiple bowmen, Lankai archers, archer militia, 2 units apiece. You can also see voice chaser marksmen, as well as in the front, warriors of Yi, medium halberds. I got more cavalry. Again, a lot of cavalry. I have 4 cavalry units. Right in the center and in the back, warriors of Yi, another 2 units. Another 1 unit. Lankai spearmen, Lankai swordsmen, Jian sword guards, times 2, and they also have a defenders of Hebei, as well as Hebei. To the left flank, Langdao swordsman, Lankai spearman, Lankai swordsman, axeband, Vanguard militant, and Jitsu peacekeeper unit, and the Lankai spearman. They have 6 generals, and there's just this large amount of enemies kind of traversing to our right flank and not going into the clearing that we fully had anticipated. So they're going to our right flank. We're gonna have to. So this right flank packs a punch, but I don't know if it packs that much of a punch. That is a lot. I think we will get into position though, because they are starting to chase. We'll go right to that right flank and cause a little bit of problems with this large amount of cavalry and generals. And they started moving near the river, right on their left flank with 2 units. And just the amount of charge in this cav unit for He's side. But they're kind of, it's on slow motion here or what? Because it kind of seemed a little bit slow. They are charging.
Ha! It is fun to watch you improve.
Whoa, a little bit
Oh,
stuttery.
how witty! How very witty!
Our noble comrade has been
Let's just take a sec here.
attacked.
And you see there's just this large amount of cav clash into each other and more grouping up. Multiple. And with the generals in the mix, it's making the difference, I think, the amount of enemy cavalry here moving in and clashing with this right flank.
Show them justice!
Attend. Take heed, warriors. Do not relent. Mounted soldiers. Kill them.
You can see right in front the amount of generals. The amount of damage. Finally bringing in some spearmen where we're going to break up our cav now.
Cavalry.
Get them out of there because they're going to bring the melee infantry in. So we've done some damage to their cavalry. Specifically on the one unit.
Move, move. Move out quickly.
You see Bing Cao Wolf Cavalry. And more cavalry charges right from behind as we try to retreat. Let's bring out our left flank here too as well.
Double time.
And the enemy is approaching, so maybe not bring out the cavalry. We're going to go for the generals, I think. See some mercenary cavalry for the enemy here, attacking the righteous vanguards off on the left flank. He against Cao forces. See multiple enemy here trying to approach, but just not working out right in the center as there's a large amount of cavalry still in the right flank. A lot of their army too, and I'm trying to pull out that cavalry, getting them hell out of there on that right flank. There's just a lot of enemies approaching, able to hold their own, but we need to move out. And there's some mounted lancer militia here attacking our archers. What the hell? They're sending generals here to clean them up. And he is done, that guy. Multiple fall off their forces. You can see here just a runaway of the right flank trying to retreat backwards for our cavalry, and a chase with the enemy. They have multiple melee infantry, so we gotta keep moving. And they brought them mostly to the right flank. As you can see, the center, the enemy trying to approach with a few units getting lambasted with the amount of archers that we have in play. Their generals moving past our lines, attacking some of our archers left flank, but not able to do too much. And our left flank horsemen, though, are really hit hard.
A unit has been completely destroyed.
The amount of bow fire here that's working out, but this right flank really scary for the enemy. the amount of forces they're packing.
Cavalry men! Move, move! Charge! Double time!
And I'm worried about retreating too much now because
Fury!
maybe it'd be better to just throw the weight into it. Get the generals over there, all 6, and just stand in the way
The enemy run!
of this huge army, and causing the forces of Cao Cao to be diminished, not being able to overtake that center as our archers are working overtime. Jitsu veterans, Vanguard militants, Jitsu peacekeepers, and some Lankai swordsmen crossing that threshold, crossing that valley. Then we also have left flank Lankai spearmen and mounted lancer militia attacking our left flank with some generals as well too. So they are making a bit of a dent.
Stand ready! Ready!
Steel yourself!
Make ready! For the cause! Our men are running! The spineless coward! Heal yourself! Destroy them! Destroy them! The time has come! Run! Run! Make ready! We have lost a unit! Nobody survived!
The enemy working through our lines. Our front lines aren't looking too bad, aren't looking too good, to be true. So even with the small amount of troops that they're able to bring forth in that center, able to push past some of our units, and off to the right flank, it's just holding on for dear life, even with the amount of power that we have.
Take heed, warriors!
Ready! To battle!
Ready!
The enemy unit flee!
The amount of manpower on the enemy here on that right flank is also losing power quickly with the 5 generals in the position. And of course, we have more retinues that hit the field. Holy smoke, we can get them in the front. Get them in the front, get this general over on that right flank to hit that knowledge of the body buff. And do we have any more over there? No, we don't. So another retinue hits the field. I'm trying to get them over there quick.
Our men flee the battlefield! Ready! Take heed, warriors!
Our men flee the battlefield! Attend! March of the double! Run!
And we do get the general right in vicinity.
Hurry! Move! Move! Move!
We do have another knowledge of the body buff, I believe.
Attend!
Yes, we do. And there you go. So we're going to have our generals right on that right flank, still dealing with that large mob. Surrounded a lot of our horsemen. And I'm going to try and get them out of there now, the horsemen. Because it matters.
They are overwhelming us! We've lost a unit. Nobody survived.
Take heed, warriors.
You can see our front lines are fairly damaged. There's a few units holding on now. And you can see our reinforcements have arrived. A retinue has traversed forth. We're going to actually attack right behind the enemy as they're sandwiching the last of the front lines in the center of that clearing. And again, you see the enemy general attacking our archers. Still moving those horsemen, trying to get them out of there. The strength of the 6 generals measured.
To attention.
Attend. Make ready.
The time has come. No mercy.
Take heed, warriors.
Show fury.
The enemy unit flees. What cowards!
Attend!
Stand ready.
Make ready!
With that knowledge of the body buff again, and they heal up. So that right flank is still battling it out. That those generals surrounded, the horsemen completely gone. The right flank strength of the horsemen retreating backwards for a portion. Only 2 units making it out of there. There's a 3rd unit on the way as well. And then we got our reinforcements hit the field, and it evens the balance of power. You can see that small retinue trying to make a difference in the battlefield with 2 generals in the mix. Yuan Shao himself and Yan Liang. And then another unit, Vanguard Militant, attacks from behind. Big shields. And so this last strength of this army, another 2 retinues we did get over here on this side of the field. We're going to charge forth into that clearing, not too far away. Another 2 generals, though, we have. And we're actually, so we got 3, 6, 9 generals now. And we're going to send these 3 generals off to the side again. That are still fighting that right flank. That large mob of enemy that are trying to disperse from those areas, I think. And there's still been another battle as well, too. Another unit over here that's just about to fold. 2 Yellow Turban warrior units have been holding off like 5 enemy units right next door to that general battle for a while now. It's still going on. Of course, the devastation that the generals are on the Yi side are causing for the enemy, they're pretty much all done on the right flank. This last small pocket of units reduced.
Show them justice!
Ready. Stand ready. To battle.
Our sister is under attack!
Small amount of units here. Spearmen for He trapped and cornered on the front lines. The last of our front lines with our reinforcements on the way. Might not make it there on time. You can see on the way there's multiple different kinds of archers and melee infantry that's getting blocked by both generals and horsemen.
Make ready.
this mob is not able to contain the power of such men. You can see they're getting crushed here. 9 generals working together. And just that one last, if we can just, I think we should send him over here because this last remainder of Yellow Turban warriors are just hanging on. You can see the generals come over here, just charge into them. Would be really, really beautiful to see. And that would be, yeah, that seems to be that.
A unit has perished.
And there it is. Attacks the generals right in the side of this enemy that have been encroaching upon. So the balance of power is shifted in our favor now. 2,250 against 1,500 currently, and the generals make it to try and relieve this Yellow Turban warrior unit.
Take heed, warriors.
And of course, we do have more units way to the north. A 10th general. And that center mob still surrounding another surrounding horsemen units. Sadly, what it seems, Righteous Vanguards last them, try and send them out of there. Well, okay, correct. Well, you know, now it does.
The enemy warriors are running! Ha! We've killed an enemy general!
So this last stand for He forces in the center as the generals are cleaning up off to the side, but fairly beat up now. We're going to hit that knowledge of the body buff again, and that is going to be the end of the enemy. Just a wasteland. They weren't able to fully, and yeah, they were. They were able to. There's 2 Yellow Turban warriors left in the mix. These generals, and of course the flame arrows don't help from the enemy. And the enemy is sent fleeing.
Our time is now! Double time!
Yuan Shao changing the fate of the battle here, but we're going to send in our archers, and that's going to do more, I think. We still have arrows left as well. They have a couple arrowmen left. They have a couple units, 3 units in the center there that's clashing with some of our reinforcements. We also got a trebuchet as well, which is launching at the enemy, which is great. Raid that pocket enemy. And the arrows start. Of course, our generals are routing the right flank. They finally emerge victorious here with a wavering, one last Lankai swordsman wavering.
Do not relent!
And that's going to break it up.
Run, run!
We're going to send all of our generals at that fight in the center, I think. Or maybe go after that archer unit first. Probably the better way. Ooh, trebuchet. And there's the enemy turning backwards. The tide of this center battle here with the archers and the trebuchet causing one of the units here to break and leaving not much left. Enough for those that are there to be able to handle. And of course our generals dismantling the Lankai archers behind those lines. So we sent all of them after him. In the distance, more reinforcements for us, so perfect.
We have lost a unit. Nobody survived.
Got some generals on foot trailing the second archer unit. As the other one flees, I shift attention from my generals to that archer unit, and of course, the main battle's still happening. Yuan Shao is still in the mix with it too. He's definitely been lending towards these main battle lines because he's been the one over there as our generals that were on the right flank. But way too many of our archers not coming to vicinity for his liking. We're just gonna charge in. Yuan Shao has retreated. And that leaves not too many on the battlefield left. I feel that this is there. We go. Mass route. Look, the enemy run. Craven. And that leaves one left. I can't see who it is that's left on the field here for the enemy. That still is... there, one archer unit for certain. Send our generals that way. Or their guns? They firing guns? Oh, smoke bomb. There we go, out of the forest, Lankai swordsman. So our generals are going to go over there and deal with that. I'm going to take a look at the battlefield here. You can see here there were small skirmishes in the trees in the south battle that I hadn't really seen too much of. Again, what happened in the trees around this clearing, I didn't see too much as to the battles that were going on. The generals. Look at this huge cav battle off to the right flank. Just massive. And I'd say that right flank packed a punch, and it was the generals that were integral part of that punch, as they manhandled a couple thousand at least. That's going to be victory.
war has brought you to the very gates of your enemy. Behind their walls, they steel themselves against your armies. They cannot hold out forever. Yet an assault may be costly if not swift. Yet wait too long.
Our faith was
So,
rewarded.
deployed 8,134, lost 4,157, 3,977 remaining, 528 enemy captured, 5,300.
They fought only for their beliefs.
56 deployed, 4,958 lost, 398 remaining. So we're going to recruit, and we're going to want to retreat backwards to that Taishan in the north to try and ease the situation. Of course, we get attacked by Kingdom of Song as well too. This one I'm going to delegate a small army here. Lu Bu, try and make the difference. 2,674 on my side to 1,248 on Lu Bu's side. Delegate.
They lacked a coherent strategy.
He wins. So Lu Bu still with Kingdom of Song. And maybe he's not done. Nope, he is. Kingdom of Wei. So to the south, do they gather strength? Probably raises another army. He against Gongsun Zan. Pirate victory here. This one seems to be fairly even keel. I want to play this one. 2,140 against 1832. He against Gongsun Du. We have a couple of horsemen, a couple spearmen, a couple of axemen. We have 3 archers and 2 yellow turban warriors. The enemy looks like they got 3 cav. They got some militia of virtue. We have some bowmen, 2 units apiece, 3 units cav. They also have some swords, I think about 3 units. We do have the defensive, so that is a good thing. We know where they're coming from, so put up the battlements. Except where they're coming from is one huge area. Put the walls right here. Put the fire pit there. There we go.
The time has come. No mercy.
Just a lot of caltrops right outside that
Spears to hand.
walled area.
Ready. Archers. Take heed, warriors. Master. Cavalry attend. Speed. Spears. Battle. Make ready. For China.
as they get through this area, this first area, so we can hit that. Oh, if we hit that oil. And they're going to charge right into some spikes. And of course they do. They go right over those caltrops. You can see those horsemen going down fairly quickly. And getting hit with our archers will make it even better. Dimitro. Of course, they do break through that walled.
To battle! The time has come! Stand ready! Steel yourselves! Make ready!
Trying to light that oil. A couple of horsemen charges off to the right flank where we have our horsemen stationed right around some kind of treat area. And they're not going to have too much to say about it. I think they're going to... The Turban horsemen will prevail.
Ready! March to the double! Destroy them! Take heed, warriors! Go, go, go!
Trying to move with a spearman.
Double time! Ready! Prepare!
And there is some enemy units here approaching from behind that I did not see. That kind of changes up things. We're shifting archer fire here. And we're going to shoehorn 2 spearmen to compensate for this 4-unit attack from behind that I had no knowledge of.
To attention! Prepare! At the ready!
Back, back.
Attending spearmen!
That was freaking heck.
Make ready! Fight!
It's not meant that way at all.
Be ready! Kill them! Show no mercy!
Shift the spearmen into position
Arrows!
and get these archers
Boom,
ready.
boom!
Whoa!
Heal yourself! Strike!
And more attack from behind here. So 1774 against 1354, and the enemy attacks our lines, main lines that are holding back that enemy right from behind.
Stand ready! Blades ready! 10! Run, run! Unleash fury! Doctor ready! Strike your targets!
So 2 enemy archers from behind in the south, another 4 units, as well as 3 melee infantry, the other one a horseman, and then an enemy general, Song Wing Ping, attacks from behind. Enemy general just flees right now as well, or is it something else? No, it was enemy general. That is what quit.
The time has come! Show no mercy! Take heed, warriors! Ready to battle!
Enemy losing ground here as our spearmen continue to move forward. Backwards, technically speaking, it's behind our lines and we have an attack here. And to turn around and shift. The archers standing their ground as well on my side. Whoa, they pushed forward. These archers. Friggin' heck. Get over here and move over there. That's better.
To
That
attention!
way, and then we'll get the spearmen, just push them forward.
Kill them! Hurry! Move! Do not relent!
Stand ready! Charge! Move up quickly! Stand ready! Archers attend! Spearmen, stand ready! Weapons ready!
The enemy warriors are running.
At the ready! Fight!
And they have more units, so this might be the difference here. They might have an edge to a certain degree. Scary enough.
Lay down death! Prepare! Attack! Make ready!
And that enemy horseman mounted lancer militia is still tangling the yellow turban horseman.
To attention, spearmen! The time has come! Draw your weapons!
That's why they're trying to go that way. Oh, okay, exactly that, Alex. You have no clue. Well, I try to help, and that's what I try to do. Well, okay, but they shifted something as well as, and that's the truth. Meansburg Guides relayed. You don't know why. Look, there's already spiritual up top there. Sorry, I'm in a conversation with the spirit right now. I am a psychic medium, and they do channel through at times, and there is different kinds of spiritual communications, one of which, but one of the things I wanted to say was that sort of thing that says there is good up above that is doing work to try and help certain kind of spiritual that are in trouble or need help in many different kinds of ways. Okay, correct. Alex is solid on this line. He always felt it was to be true, and it was. I'm telling you, it's true. There's a certain percentage that works on what Meansburg Guides relayed, and they have done a lot of work. Okay, correct. Those that Meansburg Guides indicated, portions that Meansburg Guides relayed.
Do not relent! To attention!
You can see here we're crushing the enemy just ever so slowly. But for some reason, again, Bowman unit coming in the vicinity now too.
Show no mercy! Spears ready! Kill them!
Look at the enemy run. Craven.
Again, those two units, that one extra spearman and that one archer militia, as well as the enemy general, not way back, but right at the entrance. You can see the arrow towers there in the building. That might be.
Swordsman ready! Prepare! Blades! Prepare! Charge! The time has come! Unleash fury! Ready weapons! To attention!
Alright, correct. Well, yeah, that line does matter, don't
Strike
it?
them down!
Well, okay, correct. You don't know why, because there's things that you did that this guy hated.
Strike!
Yeah, not to the degree that some said they were working on them. Anyway.
The enemy unit flees.
Okay, so we can see this archer unit over here. Archers getting ganged up here by the reclaimers on my side and yellow turban archers. And this is the last of that rear guard attack that had happened. I gotta freeze up this spear unit.
Stand ready!
It's gonna be able to help things. Because as they bring up, they're gonna bring up their general. You can see here on either side getting attacked. This main lines thing that we had stationed, we had it all ready to go, and of course getting attacked behind us was not part of the plan. Spear unit, archers, causing problems. And again, their main lines. 3 units. You got some axemen, some halberds, and saber militia. 3 units, and then 2 units over there behind in reserve. So really we want to get rid of these 2 units that are attacking us from behind, and then get rid of them pretty much.
Right.
Make ready! Destroy them! To attention, spearmen! Raise spears! To battle! At the ready!
Our warriors run. Craven dogs.
ready! Charge! Steel yourselves! Ready! Unleash fury! Take heed, warriors! Weapons! Fight! Destroy them! Strike them down! Attack! To battle! Stand ready! Strike!
Look at the enemy run! Craven!
Do not relent! Show no mercy! Kill them!
There we go. So the
Ready!
attackers from behind now collapse, and we're able to shift our full attention towards the main lines.
Men are out of ammunition.
And they are going to send in there, just as that happens, they send in that extra arrow and that extra spearman. No, they kept the spearman back for some reason. See this last mob of units I try to work through, and there's still one last horseman charge right behind us as I shift the spears, and that's not going to be good for the cap charge. That's not good. A lot of horsemen down.
Weapons ready! Go, go, go!
Look at the enemy run!
And that's the end of that
Craven.
caps.
Cavalry, to attention!
And the main lines here for the enemy are wavering and retreat. Boom. That was it.
Bowman,
That's
stand
the
ready!
difference. Push past. And there we go. Because that's really it.
Ready, foes! Run, run!
Our success looms large.
Fight!
See this last spearman unit trying to push past the retreating comrades to try and stop this onslaught of Fiji forces, but already wavering before it gets their steadies. And then it meets this force of
Take heed, warriors!
and then they retreat. So that's it. See the battle here.
From the roots to heaven.
Recruit.
Action!
And Empire Lu Yu. And Lu Yu attacks. And we do have something to answer with. We have that 4th army that it wasn't hit as much. 3,729. We're going to delegate this against 2,793. Lu Yu loses. Win decisive victory. And that's going to be the end of that push. And that was. So. Bitter feud is the nature of lesser men, that they will envy their superiors. A rival of yours is overheard slandering your battlefield prowess to other soldiers. They claim they are clearly more adept than you and will prove it utterly in the next battle you share. He chanced to gain a wound. He. Pink guy. Whoa. Rivals so sworn. I think we're going to leave it off here as we're just about to assault Hanai. And so to the north, we did send those forces packing. in a certain context. Of course, there's Gong Sun Du with a fairly big army coming around. I want to attack this retreating army so badly, because I think we have enough to get rid of some of these generals.
Justice is on our side.
Close victory, we're going to delegate. And that is close victory. He's on the table. We're going to recruit. The enemy has to retreat there.
Thrust with conviction and strike true. Gather your strength.
March back to the main lines. Go back to Taishan. If he tries attacking off that river, it's going to be, we leave that one general in Mai Pingxiang, Kingdom of Song, and then of course Lu Yu is packing another army as well. So just need to heal up those 4 armies, as well as, then we got this rogue army, Lu Zhang, Gong Sun Du, in our territory for some sort of reason, to the north, but I don't think he's going to be able to do too much. Half an army. Not going to be able to breach the garrisons. To the south, we're still looking for... Whoa! Huge armies here. 3 big armies for Kingdom of Wei. So I guess we found them. Caoang, Kubao, and Machao moving on Badong. And we do have 2 armies in location that we can just muster back to Badong. As that would be the better bet here. We're going to bring both our armies, and we're going to raise another one, I think. I think we'll raise a 3rd for this business. Recruit Lai Fengmeng, Angsai Shuksu. And we're going to pack them with some good stuff here. Couple cav. Some Yellow Turban Spearmen. Sacred Garden Watch. Got some Chanters. No, we don't. We got Faith Preservers. Sacred Garden Watch and 1 Faith Preserver, I guess. That's what we'll leave it at.
Consider and act. I shall not waver.
And that's going to be interesting to see those 3 armies come up there. If they don't, then they're going to try and hit Shenyang. Which that would not be a good thing. Can we raise another army here? We can... We can't. We got 19 armies. So we are full with armies. 4 armies down here to be able to deal with that. And also that last army that's going to Voodoo Copper Mine, which we do and are able to assault. We delegate.
Justice cannot be denied.
Decisive victory. Siege of Voodoo Copper Mine. So Kingdom of Wei is losing territory ever so slowly, and the Kingdom of Song, we were on the march. We had to battle back a bit and defend. I'm going to keep moving this army downwards. We'll go to Baxi this time. Go to the Livestock Farm, small regional city. We'll take Chengdu. Take those 3. And we kind of want to march on Ba regional city. Yeah, it's going to be it for now. Thanks for joining.